I'm very delighted to be here, and I think Hong Kong can have more to work on with Hyderabad. So my presentation will be divided into three parts. First, I will talk about Hyderabad as India's growth driver, and secondly, how should India grow going forward, and number three, what is Hong Kong's role? So Hyderabad is very innovative, and besides the IT industries, you also have pharmaceutical and medical care and all those industries which are very high value added and contributing a lot to the Make in India campaign. So you see that even the Hong Kong based global bank, HSBC, has a big presence here in Hyderabad, and you also have startups and all that. So since Hyderabad is a lot about technology, so how should India grow? When we deal with technology, we often face with a dilemma. So we have two choices. Number one is that should we adopt technology from others, from foreign sources, or should we plow our resources to invent our own technology? So first, inventing about technology. So the good thing about this is that you own the national IP, is developed by your own. But I think for most of the businesses, except if you are a global giant, it is a risky investment, because after you pull in the R&D, you never know, okay, if it's successful or not. And you have to put in a lot of resources, you buy in the machinery for the research and all that. And thirdly, after you have developed a product, well, maybe outside the world, there may be some technology already existing, maybe ahead of us for just a few months. And then, all those resources plowed in will render useless. On the other hand, adopting technology, although it's about learning from others, but it is, there's proven success in the market, because no one will adopt a technology that has failed. Number two, you can spend less resources and just do some local adaptations. So I'd like to illustrate a case. May I have a simple show of hands who has used ICQ before? Maybe it's not so popular in India, but in Hong Kong it used to be very popular. It's like a desktop-based chat app, application that was developed by Israel. So this Chinese company called Tencent, instead of inventing their own, they adopted the ICQ concept, which is instant chatting on desktop. They developed something called QQ, which is the penguin logo here, and later on they moved it and rebranded it as WeChat, which I think most of you know. Yeah, it's like WhatsApp, but it's developed by this company called Tencent, and they integrate a lot of other functions with it, like providing news feed and also a payment. So the WeChat Pay is very similar to Paytm in India. So one app can do many things. So in this example, this company did not invent their own technology, but instead they learn from others and then try to improve later on. And now it is one of the three giants, internet giants in China, along with Alibaba and another called Baidu. So it has huge market capitalization. Okay, and I'd like to share with you the World Bank's report. It's called the Growth Report. World Bank has identified 13 economies in the past 50 years that have achieved 7% growth consecutively. So Hong Kong is one of them, along with other economies like Japan, Korea, Thailand, Singapore, Taiwan, and all that. So in one particular point, in analyzing why these economies grow so fast, in terms of technology transfer, the report mentioned these economies did not have to originate much of this knowledge, but they did have to assimilate it at a tremendous pace. And economies can learn faster than they can invent. So that's why these economies like Hong Kong included, and Korea, Taiwan, well, at first they also adopted technologies from US, Europe, and be OEM manufacturer for these more advanced economies, but did not particularly trying to invent their own technology.